A 6% COLA or cost of living adjustment for Social Security, retirement, disability, SSDI, survivors, SSI, and VA beneficiaries in 2022. Let's get right into it and discuss all of the numbers. But really quickly before we do, hey everyone, thanks so much for joining me. If you're new here or if you haven't done so yet, make sure to hit the subscribe button right down below the video, as I'm back each and every day to bring you all of the latest updates, answer your questions, and to help you out in any way that I can to make sure that you get all of the money and benefits that you're eligible to receive during this time. Thank you so much for your support. I truly appreciate it. Share this video with your friends, family, and social media, and feel free to go back and check out some other videos right here on the channel. All right, thank you so much. Let's jump into it and talk about the coveted COLA or cost of living adjustment for tens of millions of beneficiaries that so many people look forward to each and every year, because it means you get more to your benefit going forward. So, as all of us remember, here in 2021, late last year, we were all so excited about getting the COLA, and then it came out at a teeny tiny 1.3%. Yeah, it was very disappointing when they announced that, and all of us looked at our benefits thinking, seriously? It's only about $11 for the vast majority of people? That is not very much at all. However, as we all do recognize, here in 2021, we have seen inflation running way hotter this year than we did all of last year. Therefore, it's highly likely that we're going to be seeing a much higher cost of living adjustment this year going into 2022 versus what we saw in 2021. Well, we do not have the final data points quite yet, so nothing is official yet. But according to recent reports, it looks like we're going to be looking at about a 6% cost of living adjustment. It could adjust a little bit higher and or lower by maybe a couple tenths of a percent once we get that final data point and the final official announcement out of Social Security, which will be coming here in a matter of just days. So, of course, I'll watch that very closely for you. However, based on all of this that we're seeing right now, we want to run through some numbers and kind of see what we're currently looking at with a 6% cost of living adjustment until we get that official announcement out of Social Security. So, let's quickly jump into this and run through a bunch of numbers here, and I think this is going to be somewhat helpful, and I think you're going to find this to be relatively interesting. And of course, we'll run all these numbers once we get the official announcement out of Social Security and figure out what your new benefit will actually be once we get the official announcement. All right, but let's run through some numbers here. Now, I have a lot of numbers I want to talk about here, and I'll try to go through this in such a way that makes sense and so that everybody can follow along, right? Because there's a lot of numbers that can get a little bit confusing. But let's look at this in comparison to the Medicare Part B premiums as well, right? So we also need to take into account the Medicare Part B premiums, because we all recognize as we look forward into our benefits for the following year, it's all exciting, it's all fine and dandy, looking good, until we get the dreaded Medicare Part B premium increase as well. So I know that this is a big issue. I've seen it down in the comments section so many times. Anytime I talk about the COLA, I always see the comments down below saying, yeah, it looks good on paper, but guess what? Medicare is going to take about pretty much all of it. Well, let's walk through this a little bit further and talk through these numbers. So, in 2021, we saw the cost of living adjustment at 1.3%. Well, back in 2020, the Medicare Part B premiums were sitting at $144.60 per month. Well, in 2021, the Medicare Part B premium increased by 2.7% up to $148.50. That's a 2.7% increase from 2020 to 2021. All right, so if we run the numbers on that as well, if we take 2.7, which would be the raise to Medicare Part B, and we divide it by 1.3, which is the COLA from for 2021, we come up with a number of 2.07. In other words, the Medicare Part B premium was actually 2.07 times more than the actual cost of living adjustment. Kind of following me here? Okay, so the Medicare Part B premium was 2.07 times the cost of living adjustment, right? So they jacked up Medicare Part B premiums more than 2 times the actual COLA, right? Get what I'm saying here? On a percentage basis, I should say. All right, so let's continue on here a little bit further. And again, I got more numbers coming here for you, but just hang with me here, and I hope I can make this to make a little bit of sense for everybody. All right, so going into 2022, all of us are wondering, what is that dreaded Medicare Part B premium going to be in 2022? Because as we know, it bangs against our benefits, and that's not a fun day, right? Especially when we get those letters early in December with the tear-off sides. We quick rip the sides off and open up that long letter and say, what's our benefit going to be? And you see the top line number, and then they minus off Medicare and some other things, and all of a sudden the bottom line, and it's like, oh, really? That's it? It's not fun, right? You know exactly what I'm talking about. You know the letter. You get it every December, every single year. But anyway, now let's talk through this. Let's anticipate there is actually a 6% cost of living adjustment. Now again, I just want to reiterate, it's not official yet until we get the official announcement out of Social Security in a couple of weeks here. A couple of days actually, really, it's not that far out. So once we get that official announcement, but let's run with a 6% number just right now for easy math purposes and a nice round number to work with. 6%. By the way, this would be the biggest cost of living adjustment we've seen in almost 40 years, since the early 80s. Yeah, it's going to be big, right? Well, that's what we're looking at anyway right now. All right, so anticipating that we get a 6% cost of living adjustment, using the same calculation that we used from 2020 to 2021 to figure out Medicare Part B premiums, remember that? It was 2.07 times the cost of living adjustment. So let's run the calculation. We take a 6% COLA, we multiply it by 2.07, we come up with a number of 12.42%. Therefore, if we run the same ratio and percentages as in Medicare Part B premium increase as a result of the COLA raise, we could be looking at potentially a 12.42% raise to Medicare Part B premiums in 2022. Now again, we have no clue what that number is going to be, but just using history to kind of run some calculations here, we can come up with maybe some anticipations or some potential speculation on what it may be. All right, so now let's run the dreaded numbers that we may be looking at for 2022. The current Medicare Part B premium is $148.50. Well, if we multiply that by 1.1242, which would be 12.42%, it would bring us up with a premium of $166.94. Yeah, so now let's run the new calculation and see what that would actually be in a raise on Medicare Part B premiums, and how much is it going to bang against your cost of living adjustment. All right, so if we take $166.94 minus $148.50, $148.50, it comes up with $18.44. Yeah, so that's what we could potentially be looking at, assuming that the same ratios apply, as in Medicare increases 2.07 times the actual COLA raise. We have no clue what it's going to be, but I'm just using that as kind of using history to kind of run some calculations and to come up with maybe some anticipations of what the Medicare Part B premium could be in 2022. Okay. So now that we're looking at that, and again, I just want to make it very clear, none of this is written in stone yet. We have no clue what it's going to be for either the COLA or the Medicare Part B premium until we get those numbers out of Social Security and Medicare and Medicaid services, right? So they will be releasing these numbers here at some point in October, typically is when they do it, right? So let's continue to walk through some more numbers. And, well, actually, I don't really have any more numbers. Well, I do. I'll run one more calculation for you. Okay, so here's what we've got. In previous videos, I've ran through multiple different kind of numbers as far as what your COLA could be in 2022. Here's the nice thing as far as the COLA versus the Medicare Part B premium. On a percentage basis, even though the percentage may be about 12.5%, roughly thereabout, for Medicare Part B premium increases, it's on a much smaller number of $148. whereas your benefit is typically a lot higher. $600, $700, $800, $900, $1,000, something like that, maybe even higher than that. So therefore, even though the cost of living adjustment is 6% or thereabout, but it's going to be on a much larger number. Like I said, $600, $700, $800, $900, $1,000, $1,200, something like that dollars. So on a net basis, the cost of living adjustment, even though it would be maybe 6% or thereabout, will ultimately result in more dollars than actually what Medicare Part B premiums would increase, even at a 12% or a 12.5% increase. Does any of that make sense? I know. Sorry, a lot of percentages, a lot of numbers, a lot of ratios. I tried to make it somewhat simple, but my point is, at the end of the day, even though in 2021 right here, even though they raised Medicare Part B premiums and with all the other adjustments and things like that, for the most part, the COLA was eaten up by all of these other expenses. Maybe going forward in 2022, the COLA might just be high enough to offset Medicare Part B premiums as well as any other expenses, and you may be able to scrape out a couple bucks every single month as a result of the COLA, versus how most of us know it's usually a net loss on a monthly basis, right? So, anyway, sorry, I'll probably leave it there because I know that was a ton of numbers. I know it's a lot of percentages. I know it's a lot of confusing information. I wanted to talk through it. I hope that makes sense. Feel free to go back and watch this video again if any of that didn't make sense. Feel free to stop it if you want to and kind of work through some of these numbers yourself. But I was playing with some numbers, I was doing some research on all this, and I thought, you know what? We may be able to sneak by this year with an extra couple dollars in our pockets at the end of the month as a result of our benefit, even after Medicare comes in and squeaks out their raise, right? Yeah, so we might actually be able to get a little bit more this year on a monthly basis. Either way, I will continue watching this closely. We will be getting that official announcement out of Social Security, and of course, Medicare and the premium increases, all that stuff, all that should be released here in a matter of just a couple weeks here, few days. You know, it should be coming out relatively soon. When we get that, don't worry, I'll be right here for you. I'll bring you all the latest information, and I'll help you out in any way that I can through this time. So I hope all this makes sense. Again, please hit the subscribe button right down below the video. Totally free to do so. Everything here on my channel is totally free. You can watch for free. You can subscribe for free. You can like the videos for free. The like button right down below, yeah. You can leave comments for free. You can do everything you want for free. You can go back and watch my 1,600 plus videos right here, all for free, right? Yeah, so my favorite price, that's why I transfer it on to you. My favorite price is free. So I like to share my favorite price with all of you, my friends, right here on the channel. So again, subscribe down below, share this video or any others here on the channel with your friends, family, and social media, and I'll continue to be here for you every single day.